Hey, what's up, guys? This week we're going to do something just a little bit different. Unless you kind of guys see what I go through during the course of the week to try to prepare us for our upcoming week and let you guys see the exact same things that I see on film. We're 1-3 right now, and that really sucks in my opinion. The reasons behind us being 1-3 is a lot of things. One and foremost, I think, is because of just flat out injuries. We've lost almost our entire starting offensive weapons over the course of the past 4 games. Orla's hurt, Zach's hurt, Jay's hurt now. Seymour, Marcus, Phil, they're gone. We all know the story behind that. But the bottom line is they're gone, and the guys that we have to put in here to replace those guys now has got to make sure they don't make mistakes when they're in there. Hey, cut that. I don't like that. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I was going to show you guys what I go through every week when I prepare these videos, and there's some things that we just need to talk about, and I'm not going to call no names or try to single anybody out to try to make anybody feel bad or good about their play in either way. It's just that we're 1-3 right now, and we're 1-3 because there's just some things that we're not doing right, and we've got to make that correction. And the best way that I feel like that I can show you guys, because we don't have but 1 practice a week if we're lucky, and most of the time we don't have very many people show up there. We can't practice these things and make it work when we only have 6 to 10 people at practice. So maybe if you guys can correct some of this on your own time, if you can't make it out to practice, it can help us in the game. But we're going to take this. I've got about 40 plays that we're going to go over, and they're either good plays or bad plays. And we're going to find out what we did good, and we're going to find out what we did bad, and try to make some corrections on this. And this is the only way that I know how to do it. So here we go. We're going to start off with play number 7 in the game. No, we're not. We're going to start out with play number 3 in the game. My bad. Every week when we start off with our defense, we start out good, and we start out aggressive, and we have had good results in all 4 games. Get out of here, Zach. If you can see right here, when we first start this play, at the very get of it, man, we are just getting penetration behind the line. Everybody's moving forward. Everybody's getting back there. And you didn't see it at the very beginning of the play, but I just think the penetration behind the line is what caused this fumble. And Dre got a fumble recovery right off the bat to give us back the ball. I ain't got any problems at all with the way our defense starts the games out. They've got us, I think, the last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 3 and out on the first possession, or like a 4 and out or 5 and out or something like that. We got the ball back kind of quick, and you know you can't ask for any better than that. I think the second one we're going to look at is the 7th play of the series. The first thing I want to do, I'll play this at y'all real time first. First thing you see was a little confusion on the line about where the tight end was going to go. Well, let's just run the play first. Alright, that's what happened on the play. A disaster. Here's why, in my opinion, I think that happened. This looks like in the end it's going to be a Charlie Red formation. Alright. The only problem is we're not in Charlie Red. The halfback is back here like in our Panther formation. That's where Jake's at. The quarterback is 5 yards behind center like he's supposed to be, but the running back is 8 yards behind center. We don't have any formation like that. The reason we don't is because this formation just don't work. It worked for us one time in this game, and we got lucky because the defense loaded the other side of the line, which I will show that here y'all shortly. But this formation just don't work. Another thing, this was a run play was called. When you have a run play, you cannot send your wide receivers out in passing routes, because all they got to do is send 6 people and it's a loss of yardage. As soon as this ball is snapped, watch the tight end and the receiver. They're both leaving for a passing route right there. You can see it all day long. They're not blocking, they're going for a passing route. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys is coming against 1, 2, 3. They're already outnumbered us by 1. If this guy leaves for a passing route, there's going to be 4 against 2. And this is the result of that. They're coming in free, untouched, bam, kill our guy. If we are going to run the ball on a play, we have to have run blocking or it don't work. You can't mix the play unless you do it on a draw or a screen, and that's a whole different subject. On your basic run play, when we make a run, we got to have the right blocking schemes in there, or the play is going to end up in a result of a loss. Alright, on to the next play. This is the 8th play. This is what I was telling you about. Still in the same formation. I mean, we never have ran this formation. I know it's just a mix-up. No, it's not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on the wrong play. This is where Jake got took out for blood. Okay. And the only reason I put this play in here because it turns out to be a good play, but I just wanted to point this out. I'm a stickler for formation. When we set up an offense in a certain way, we do that to make the defense react to us in that formation. If the formation is wrong, the play that we're running is just wrong. In our Charlie formation, we should have 2 backs that was to start with a half a yard behind the quarterback, but we've moved it up to they're a half a yard in front of our quarterback now. Jacoby's in the right spot, the quarterback's in the right spot, but the other running back is I'm not sure where he's at right here. So this is what the play would look like from the start. We don't have a formation like that. It's just like an offset pistol. I don't know what it is, but I'll show you how it got corrected. Jay got called out for blood. That's where they took him out. Demetrius comes in. When he was told to play, I'm sure it was like Charlie or whatever was said, but you can notice, man, he's right there up with the quarterback. I know that's not a big deal to some people, but when your formation is off by a yard or you're spread out a yard wide, it just messes up timing on everything, and it throws the play off. So the first thing we got to work on is getting our formations right from the start before we snap the ball. All right, I'll pick this up at full time and we'll see what happens at the end of the play. Demetrius gets a good run out of this one. And this is a play that I posted earlier on the group page. It looks like what was called was a Charlie draw 11 or Charlie. Yeah, Charlie draw 11 is either right or left. I'm not sure. We'll walk it through. This is why this play works. Watch the line to start with, okay? They all move forward because it is a run play. They're not in any pass block. They're coming off of their blocks and going. Well, this guy got around. Everybody else is going forward. Jacoby is the lead blocker right here, and he finds the gap, and he goes straight to the second tier. You'll see him put the linebacker down here in just a second. Demetrius follows him right up the hole. It was a beautiful hole made by the offensive line. Here's where Jacoby's taking out this linebacker that frees him up. If we could have pulled our receiver, or our receiver should have been up here on number 8. If that was the case, Demetrius would have ended up on a safety, which is exactly where we want our running backs. We want our running backs to take on safeties all day, not linebackers. And if the blocking was done right by the receiver, he would have opened him up, and this play could have been 6. But you can see, we'll back it up. Demetrius comes through the line. We got past the linebacker, even though he should have been blocked, and Demetrius got a good play out of it. This was done perfect, and Usually every week we start our offense off good, and it just wears out through the course of the game. All right, the next play, we'll just look at it real quick. First on real time. I think this is just another good run that we pulled off. Looks like the same thing, and it worked just the same. I think them were 2 back-to-back plays. I don't have no much problem with that. But I think on the next play, okay, yeah. Well, let me back this up real quick, and we'll start this play over. This is the 3rd consecutive play. We've already had 2 plays right up the middle in the gut. 3rd play, we come right back to the middle in the gut again, and we're still making positive yardage. However, this is what we didn't do right on this play. Starts at the very beginning with a formation. This looks like it should be Charlie, because from the 3 receiver set, we've got 1 back here with the quarterback, and we're in shotgun. That's our Charlie setup. But the back is still, you know, it looks like he's 4 yards behind the quarterback, and I just don't know why. This particular play, it worked, but it shouldn't have. And I'll just say that. And the only other thing that I don't like about this play, it was 3 consecutive plays going to the same place on the field. I get that, and it was good strategy, because we started drawing them inside, but it limits us too, in a sense that I wish that we could get to the point where we could call a different formation and a different play and a different area of the field on every single play, that we never would have to do the same thing twice. And this is just the 3rd time in a row we did basically the same play. That's the only flaw that I have with this combination. I wish we'd change it up just a little bit. However, this was a successful play. I think this is Whitaker's in on here. I mean, it looks like he gained almost 9 yards out of that. I mean, it's hard to complain. I'm just being a stickler about the formations, guys. We've got to get those right. All right, coming up to the next play. I think this is the 13th play, and I've got wrote down Jay gets killed. So I'm going to see what happens here. Pretty obvious. Guys, we've got to make sure we communicate our plays and everybody understands in the huddle what we are supposed to do. And this looks like the formation is still bad. I mean, I don't know what formation this is. It's not our Panther formation, because if it was, we'd have another tight end in there. This is just that one weird formation that we keep running. But what happens here on the play, it looks like it was going to be a handoff to the right, and the running back went left. Or it was going to be a handoff to the left, and the quarterback went right. I don't know exactly what happened or what was called, but that's what happened on this play. We'll slow it down. First off, the snap was bad. It was really high. So that threw off our timing right there. And then we see the quarterback automatically goes to his left, and the running back is on the right. So that's a mess up right there. And then after this point, you know, the play's shot. There's nothing else we can do except hope our quarterback gets out of there alive, which he did, barely, but we made it. All right, that was on that play. I think the next one that we come to, well, let's just see what it is. I got so many notes, I ain't sure. No. All right, we're in Charlie now, and this looks like the correct formation. So this play actually started off good. And the time, this is why I like the Charlie formation and why I set up this way. That the timing on the quarterback to the handoff, it's like instantaneous. You don't have no delay there. I mean, and you can just get the ball right out of your hands. If he's in the backfield, you got to like turn around to give it to him, or something like that. Or if you're in a pistol formation, you have to hold the ball for a second or two before you give it to a running back or take a step. In this, you don't. You see right here, it's just a clean handoff. there, and bam, the ball's out of your hands right now. As soon as the quarterback gets the ball's gone. Jake's right there taking it behind number 8. All right. You can't see this in the play from this angle, but what it looks like happens here, especially in the play, is like they're just stacked up here on the left side, and we're running right into where they stack the defense. We've got to come up with some sort of signal that if we're calling a left run and they're stacking the left side, that we can audible to the right, and everybody will know that. And we can motion our tight end maybe to come around to the other side, or our receiver. We've got to be able to make some direction adjustments in some of our plays. We can't be just stuck to, okay, we're going to run left, and then we get up here and we see, well, they got 12 men to the left side of the field. we got to be able to turn it to the right. I think this is the only thing that happened. It looks like everybody was, the formation was good. It looks like the handoff was good. The routes were run right. It just all of a sudden you just see everything collapsing over here, and you'll see a bunch of jerseys in the end on Jay. You kind of lose it, but everything comes from this end. And I just think they overstacked us on that side, and we've got to adjust the play to go to the other side of the field when that happens. On this, I'll run it one more time just to, at real time. It's still hard to see exactly what happened, but I just think they outnumbered us over there. Well, that was brutal. I hate seeing my quarterback take hits like that. All right, guys, this is what went wrong on this play, and I hate to say it, but when your quarterbacks gets used to being rushed and hurried, a lot of times they get happy feet and they automatically scramble from the start of the snap. This time on this play, the pocket was actually formed, and the quarterback just scrambled as soon as he got the ball. It may have been a design rollout. I'm not sure. I can't tell on the play. But we ran right into the rush, and that killed the whole play. I'll take it step by step and slow where y'all can see it. It looks like we're in a Charlie Blue formation here because halfback's on the right, tight end's on the left, and we're a 3 receiver set, quarterback's in shotgun. Everything looks good from here. Here comes a snap. Look, right here. As soon, it's what makes me think it may have been called a rollout, but as soon as the ball touches the quarterback hands, he's already looking right and he scrambles. His first move is to roll out. If it was a design rollout, that's one thing. If it's just hurried up, this is what happens when quarterbacks scramble. You can see right here, they just follow and run. It looks like we just run right into that rush. Tackle is doing good by protecting the but the quarterback just runs right in there. Once he gets to this point and they get past it, it's just, bam, a disaster. And then when he tries to scramble, this is why I hate quarterbacks scrambling. You're dead. I mean, when you don't have a consistent block in front of you and you have to take it on your own, man, it's just, I hate that for our quarterbacks. We've already lost one this year. And if we keep taking hits like that, it's going to be hard to get through the whole season. But try, if the pocket is set, I'll even back it up here for a second to the beginning of it. When you look at the start of this, the pocket looks like it was actually started pretty good, and it opened up in the middle. And if we'd have stayed just right in the middle of the pocket, it could have opened up an opportunity. Well, I know everybody's going on a receiving route, but that's just a good pocket formed right there, and we scrambled outside the pocket, and I think it cost us, and we could get hurt that way with another injury. So, all right, on to the next play. Oh. Guys, all I can say about this, man, is somebody missed a call somewhere. It looks like at the beginning of the play, looks like once again we're getting penetration behind the line. Oh, I remember what happened on this now. Correction. They actually just did a good play on their own, and I was going to try to walk through. This is how our offensive line needs to create holes. I want you to watch this. Keep your eye behind the, right here on the corner. You can see this. When we get penetration, these guys, what they did was take a back step and set and force us to go with our own motion to create it. They blocked us using our own motion to create a hole. And you can see it happen right here. Right here. We go through the line, and he takes us and just throws us out of the way right here. He told us it was almost like the perfect block. He sets, he steps back, sets his own weight, and forces the other guy to go with his emotion. It didn't take much. All it did was prevent him from going straight ahead. He altered his pattern. He threw him out of the way, and all he had to do was just follow that motion, and the guy's cut free. My question to the defense is right here along this point. Where are we at on this side? I see Jake coming through. That was like the only guy that we had over there. We can see that we got number 10 taking out a block, but it just seems like this whole side of the field was open over there. That everybody was crashed way over here. And when you do that on the defense and you overstack one side of the field, all it takes is one little hop move right there. And a change of direction, and it costs us 6. We'll run that play live one more time. That was just a good play executed by them. I'll give them credit for that. Okay, this is a special team play. To be honest, guys, I don't know why I put that play in there. I thought there was something to it. Perhaps not. So moving on to the next play. I think my big deal on this play, I know it was an incompleted pass, but it's just our formation, guys. We got to work on these. All right, I don't know if we have an X receiver over there or a Z receiver. No, it would be an X receiver. I don't know if we got the X receiver over there or not. But guys, look at this. We got our two. We was running mirror this week because we wanted to switch the slot to the other side. So there's our Y and Z. I don't know if Demetrius is playing X or what, but this is how we stack up in our formation. Looks like we got half of guys back in Charlie. We got these guys in Charlie, and we got Jacoby in blue, and I don't know if Demetrius is in Panther or what. When we mix formations like this, it just don't work, and we line up wrong. Well, y'all guys have seen it. We're only through the third row of plays, and it's already about like 4 plays that we just been lined up wrong in. And if we can't get it right before the snap, it's never going to go right for us after the snap. So our formations, man, we have got to get these things right. And y'all going to hear me say that through this whole video, but it's what we need. We'll just walk through the play slow. The drop back was good. It just we got penetration and we had to throw over top of two guys. It's just hard. It's hard throwing like that. It looks. I know that the quarterback is looking right the whole time, but it looks to me like that here would have been the throw over here to your ex, because he's wide open. He's open on the inside, and you got all this open field. I know I ain't trying to make a, call of where to throw the ball. I'm just trying to point out some things, because I know when you're out there under center and you've got 5 options, somebody's always open, but you never see it, everybody that's open. So I'm not making a judgment call like that. I'm just pointing out, what's happening on film. Go through on the next play, see what this one's got going on. Once again, that formation, I have no idea what we're in. And I think this is where, yep. Guys, this is the hardest and most frustrating thing to me that we're doing right now. We got to have somebody to count players every single play on that field. We have either too many, and there's too many times that we don't have enough. And I never, ever get that. I don't see how in the world anybody on the field can't notice somebody's missing, okay? Especially on the offense. But this time we had too much, too many, and it cost us. Jay made a good run there, and it got called back for nothing. So I think we actually have 2 plays on this clip. I just got to see what the last one was. I'll try to have quite the patience. This looks like we're in a Charlie blue. I'll just pick it up from here and see what happens. Oh, good things and bad things. The good thing is this is exactly how these passes are supposed to be released when we're in Charlie. Quarterback gets the ball, drops back 2 or 3 steps, or 5 depending on the route. He stays in the pocket. He sets himself and he throws the ball. Only bad thing is just a little off target, and I actually thought we could throw it into coverage that time. It was pretty tight right there. But dropping back in the pocket like that and getting rid of the ball that fast is exactly how Charlie's supposed to be run. That was a good set. I just want to point out, we just did a special team play, and the guy just fumbled the ball on our recovery. At this point, we should already see defensive players in the picture here. They should already be on top of this guy. We are jogging downfield like we could care less if these guys pick the ball up or not. We should be running downfield full sprint trying to absolutely knock these guys out of their uniforms. And we're just not doing that. So, instead of us recovering this fumble because we're just half-assing it on special teams, this is what happens.
Get on that ball!
That sucks, guys. Every time. Here comes the critique on this play. We can see it all from the start. Alright, from the snap. First off, the snap is a little high. This ball should be about shoulder length coming through there. This way up here above the heads. But I mean, you know, that's just stuff we got to work on. First, the punter already has the ball, and our gunner has not even come 2 yards off the line of scrimmage yet. That is just absolutely uncalled for. If our gunner is that slow, he does never need to be gunner again. This guy should have already been up here 10 yards down the field by the time that center gets the ball. Alright. The ball comes down here. At this point right there, we should have a guy knocking him on his butt and another guy trying to cover that ball. We're getting down there, but look how much time they've had, man. The ball bounces 2 or 3 times. Everybody turns around and have to find the ball before our guys even get in there. That's just slow getting down the field, guys. I mean, we're not punting the ball with about 40 yards from the line of scrimmage. You should be able to be down there in 4 seconds. You're running a 40-yard dash is all you're running to get the ball. Keep an eye on this guy right here, the one that dropped the ball. When this other guy, damn it. When the other guy picks up the ball, man, he immediately knows to become a blocker. And he don't take out these guys that are behind him. A lot of times, I see guys stop and turn around and won't hit this guy. These guys are meaningless anyway. They're out of the play. He comes over here and he takes out the guy, our lead tackler, to come down here and get this guy. Our lead tackler made the critical mistake of not playing special teams with his head on a swivel. Guys, every time you don't pay attention to your surroundings, you're going to get up off the ground in this sport. That's just the nature and how it is. You can see him coming across there, and number 10, he takes him completely out of the play, and that opens up one block. He gets ahead of everybody now. And not only did he get us there, they got us right here too and took Dre out. He didn't knock him off his feet, but he stopped his momentum. And then it's just off to the race. I know this might look a little jumpy, but after that, it's all it takes is one block, and guys, y'all got to pay attention to who is around you and where the blocks are coming from. Well, that should have been a fumble recovery. If he got the ball back, it should have been tackled at a loss, but instead it was 6 points. And guys, this, I don't know what this is, but it has got to be pointed out because we just cannot play football this way. When you are on special teams and you are going to block a punt or block an extra point, and you have this much of a clear space, you better make contact with that ball. This guy that's holding the ball, you can knock him in the next week if you want to. Can't touch the kicker, but you can knock this guy's head off. I thought everybody knew that. When our guy comes in from the side to block this punt, he gets a perfect jump. As a matter of fact, he was off sides, and we got away with it. Y'all can see it. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, he's way in the backfield before the ball is even snapped, and we got away with it. But watch how we defend this kick. We don't come up here and try to block the kick. We don't try to tackle the guy with the ball. We try to kick the ball out of his hands. What in the hell type of play is that? I don't get that at all. I have no clue what we're doing. That guy should have been tackled, or the ball should have been blocked out of his hand. But we try to play soccer here, I guess. And what happens because we do something this crazy? I'll just pick it up from here. 2-point conversion. Guys, we just can't do crazy stuff like that. I mean, when y'all get out on the field, y'all need to play football, not half-assed doing stuff. And I know everybody's going to hate me and get mad for me for saying stuff like that. But guys, look, it's just frustrating for me too. I got to watch this stuff. And then you go and you build up a team all week and you try to, you know, hey, we're all grown men and we know what football's about and we do it. And we come out here and we do a play like this. It gets aggravating. And we need to correct it. And I just got to be coach, I guess, and just let you guys know. I'm not sure what that was. Let's review it and see. There was something there that I had to find. To me, that just looks like a hammer call up the middle. I don't see anything wrong with that. I didn't see anything particularly good, but I didn't see anything wrong. Maybe it was just a play I mistakenly put in there. Sorry, guys. I can tell you why I put this play in there. Quarterbacks. When we roll out to make a pass, you have to make a decision. You can't hold on to the ball. We don't have an offensive line that can give you enough protection in a rollout situation that you can roll and then set and have time for your pocket to actually roll with you. Well, I'm hoping that we can find the right guys that we will eventually be able to put rolling pockets in there, but right now we don't have it. So when you do roll out, you've got to get rid of the ball to your target or either throw it away. I mean, because there's not going to be room to run and they're not going to have a lot of time back there. Here we got on the rollout and it's just bam, right there. You don't have time to set. You don't even have a target to throw at now. Because in actuality right here, he should be set and throwing. But he just don't have the time to do it. The guy's right there in the space. And then the rest of the guys are just collapsing. The reason being is because the pocket is being set up over here. You're rolling out over here. The defense can just release from wherever they're at and follow you. The pocket, once it's set, then it has to move and then reset someplace else. So, I get the fact that in the new NFL, it's all this bright, shiny quarterbacks running for 10,000 yards a year and all this type of stuff. I get the fact that moving around in the pocket has become glittery and it's become trendy. But guys, ask the quarterbacks that are forced to run it in the NFL. They have a 5-year lifespan at the longest, and it just don't work. It just don't work. In my opinion, I know there's pistol everywhere, running quarterbacks everywhere, but this offense is based where our quarterback can drop back, set up, and throw the ball. That's what we've got to do, or we've got to change the offense to fit something different. If we just can't get Charlie to work for us. But while we're running Charlie, we've got to get it to where we can get a line to set up where our quarterback can set up and throw the ball instead of being on the run constantly. All right, next play, guys. And yeah, we're about halfway through this stuff, so. The formation looks good here. All right. It's a good run by Jay, but that's not what I wanted to point out. This is what I wanted to point out on this play right here. All right. At the beginning of the snap, our formation is good. We're in Charlie. It's obvious. All right. Here comes the snap. I want you to watch the quarterback. He gets the ball. He drops straight back. The pocket is formed. We got good protection here. He sets, he looks, and now he has time to make a choice whether to throw the ball or to run it. He chose to run when Cosby's wide open right here, and so is Jake. I'm not sure why we're running so much, unless that we're just getting used to having to scramble every play. You know, gosh, I want to run, I want to run, I want to run. So as soon as we get the ball, quarterback feels like we got to run again. I get that. I mean, I do. So we got to, because when we have time like we do on some of these plays, and we have open receivers, the quarterbacks themselves are going to be in such a natural state of panic mode that they're not going to see it. They're going to automatically scramble. This time it paid off for us good, but I would much rather our quarterback be able to set up and see these two guys so we could get them the ball, other than having to risk his own injury by having to make a run and take these hits. But I mean, we got this whole side of the field open over here, it looks like. And so if we can just get set up in the pocket a little bit better. All right. Crap. Oh, sorry guys. Computer went dead. Let me recharge and I'll be back with y'all in just a second. You good? Mm-hmm. All right guys, we're back. We got the computer plugged up. I want to just, this is the right one. All right, I just want to point out this play again. This is why I put this on here. The play's good, the formation's good, everything's good in this play. Just my preference. Right now, it looks like this is a hammer offset left. I just don't like a naked hammer. And when we have a 3 wide receiver set and hammer, I would rather have a tight end there. That's just a coach's preference. But I just wanted y'all to notice that. This is just a naked hammer set. I think we need to get us some bigger guys up front before we can run a hammer without a tight end. That's just my thoughts on that play. And I don't want to run back over that again real quick. Let me try to find where we're at up to date. Hey, pause it just a second. Let me find this play. All right, guys, we're back on track. This next play, we'll run it live first. Oh yeah, this is where we picked up a while ago before the computer was dead. All right, we'll stop it right here. Did good on the gunner part. The only thing about this is the gunner over pursued just a little bit, and you got behind the play. Right about here, I think is where he should have started going into his angle, going to the middle of the field. But he went down just a little bit further. And we missed him on the first. He should have been hit here because we're ahead of our gunners are ahead of their gunner's protector, and we should have got the tackle back in the backfield. Coming up right here is a textbook tackle. This is how everybody needs to tackle, and we've got to stop tackling with our freaking shoulders. You're going to see Sampson coming to the play here in a minute. And when he hits him with his chest and his body. And when he hits him, he forces him to move, to alter the runner's motion. All right, he's no longer going forward. He's going sideways right here. Hits him perfect with his chest, wraps him up, takes him to the ground, textbook tackle. That's how we need to make every single tackle that we make from here on out. And I think this right here, we got a series of, I think Sampson just opened up on this next series because we got about 4 tackles in a row. It's just a textbook open field tackle just like that. It's the most difficult tackle to make in football, and he's got it nailed. And that's one of the reasons I want to get him our offensive line established. We could put our defensive players on defense where they need to be, where they can put more production for our defense. When you're playing 2 ways, you just get tired. All right? There's no way around it. And once you get tired, you're tired. If we can get our offensive guys in there, get them out to rest, get our defensive guys, get them out to rest, we can have production all day long. This play just, this is what I wanted to point out real quick on this one play, and this is to our defensive captains. Guys, we're dealing with about a 14, 15 man roster right now when we show up to the games. We don't have but so many people we can put on the field at any given time. I know that sometimes your hands are tied as far as who's on the field and what we can do with them. But when we get in this situation, we have a 6'5" or 6'6" receiver. I just want y'all to look at the height difference right here. You can see it. We've got two guys that are under 6 foot trying to defend a 6'5" guy. We just can't do that. Switch up personnel. Tell some other guy to run over there and cover him. Just try to do that, because in the long run it will kill us if we have short guys against tall guys. That's just what I want to point out against that.
Wait, pause. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Just a good example of how our linebackers play, man. I'm gonna walk this through slow motion. You see Sampson set up here in the middle linebacker spot. I know he plays an outside linebacker, but he's actually in the middle linebacker spot because Metris is going in. When the motion goes, he goes with the motion like he was supposed to, and I want to really give a heads up to our nose guard right here, whoever's playing that position. He went with a motion too and made a shift, which is exactly what's supposed to be done. Now Sampson resets, and I want y'all to notice this. The first motion he makes, I know it's to the side, but it's still in a forward motion. A lot of linebackers want to play their first step, they step back. That is the worst thing a linebacker can do, is give up a yard from the start. But we got the motion going right. He reads the play, he goes at it, and just, the main thing I want you to see is how he tackles. He leads with his body, and he wraps up after contact is made with his body. You don't see an arm tackle or a shoulder tackle. He tackles with his body and he goes through his tackler. That's why he's a captain on the defense. This is a special teams play. Oh, this is what I wanted to point out on this. I don't know if we got it on film or not. But right here at the beginning of this play, this is our punter kicking the ball. Y'all notice his jersey number is 22. That's our punter, okay? Let's fast forward through this. Do y'all see who's making the tackle here on this play? That's downfield in front of everybody else. It's our punter. On special team, guys, we cannot have our punter make the tackles. That just shows slow play on every single person on the field. Okay? No other way to say it, no other way to put it. But when a punter makes the tackle, before, you know, he's not, unless he's the last person that makes a tackle, if a punter gets downfield and makes the tackle, that means somebody else is not doing their job. Plain and simple, okay? We're asking our guys, really, we're just asking our guys to do entirely too much. I don't want to say starters or main players because I don't want to offend any other player out there. But we got some guys on here that's playing 3 and 4 positions that are making tackles, recovering fumbles, gaining yards, throwing passes. And what that has done so far for us this year is got all these players hurt. We're working them too hard. We've got to get other players to step up and do more before we lose all of our players. I just wanted to point that out, man. We had a punter making a tackle on our special teams play, which is just never, ever a good thing. Pause it a second. All right, on this next play, I'll kill it again. All right, guys, on this next play, I think we're going to be talking about our offensive line again. Alright guys, I just want y'all to look at this, and I'm going to slow it up. We've got an injured quarterback in there now. Okay, Zach come in. We all know he's hurt, so everybody's game, especially linemen, should be stepped up about 110% right now. But we can look on the left side of our line, and I'm going to do this slow. Zach calls for the snap. He gets the snap, and this is just it's not a block. It's just not even putting your hands up to stop him, and he goes scot free to our quarterback, and he gets him killed. It looks like we've got a play action right here, and it's on a kitty route because he's going up the middle. We got the halfback that is in the max protection. It's just that the tackle didn't even do anything to slow the guy up. He just ran scot-free in there, and we can't risk no more injuries to our quarterbacks. If you're on the offensive line, you better just be playing balls out from the time that you get on the field to the time you come off. Just blocking with one arm just ain't going to cut it no more. I mean, we can't continue to do this, or we're going to end up 1-8 at the end of the year. We've got to have a quarterback that we've got to be able to protect our quarterback. We can get back there and score us points. Without it, we're dead in the water. Next play. Just a good special teams play. It was a trick play. They wasn't expecting it. We pulled it off. Everybody was alert. Everybody did what they're supposed to do. The receiver caught the ball, which at times is a rarity for us. That was a joke, guys. Don't take it too personal. We'll walk through this again. Kind of slow. The protection looks like it's good for the punter. You got time to make a pass. Makes a pretty ball, actually. And I hate the fact that we have to, the receivers are jumping for the ball. Sometimes I don't think it's necessary. This time it looks like it was. He had to go up and get it. But man, all you receivers know anytime your feet leave the ground that it's dangerous. So try to stay on there. And it was just a good play. Good play all the way around, guys. I wouldn't get happy with it and try to we're going to walk through this reverse real quick. Tell you where the play went good and when it went wrong. From the snap, everything looks good. We get the initial stand on the line. We kind of stop their penetration. We catch them right there. That gives quarterback time to set and make the actual throw. He gets it, and we start coming back. Right here is where we mess up. See Jake right here. I know it's in black and white, which I'll try to play. See Jake right here. He's coming this direction. Okay? We have our quarterback coming in this direction with him. Everybody else is facing the other way. That's where this play messes up. When you do a reverse, you have to start your direction. You have to start your play off one way, and then everybody has to turn around and go the other way to make the play work. Not just one or two. Because the defense can make that adjustment too. And when they switch and they go the other way and follow the play, if the offense don't go with them, then it just creates exactly what we see right here. Open lanes for the defense to get through, and they just fire all the way through it, and we get killed. I know last couple games we experimented with things like halfback passes, reverse, little trick plays here and there. Guys, we have got to get away from that, okay? It's going to kill us before it's over with, and it'll turn us into a backyard offense. I know and I understand that we've had a little bit of success with one or two of them working for us in our favor. I just showed y'all one that did work for us in our favor. But you don't win football games and you don't have a lot of production off of trick plays. You've got to just face your man up and go straight at him and beat him that way. We don't have the personnel at this point in time to be doing a lot of trick plays. We just don't. We don't have the time to practice them. We don't have the people that we can put together that can practice it over and over and over to where we can run them good. The reason that they have worked for us when they did was simply because the defense wasn't expecting it. And we executed it right. It wasn't like, well, that was just it. That's why I don't think we need to try to stay away from the trick plays if we can. This is just a good sack by Jacoby. We didn't get the beginning of the play, but I thought it was, you know, I'm not criticizing everybody on here. I don't think that. We're showing the good points too. Just trying to correct some mistakes, guys. That's all we're doing. Trying to correct some of these mistakes. That was a really good run by Jay. Okay. Good recovery. We had a little bobble or something here at the beginning of the play. Looks like he may have just dropped the ball. Or maybe. But we recovered pretty good with that. It's a great run. I think I know it's a pretty good block here by our receiver. Got us a couple more yards out of that. I just hate the fact that our quarterbacks are scrambling. And that's just a coach's concern. All right, here's the evaluation on this play. Finally, we did a play that was perfectly executed in every possible way. And I want to break it down to you because we need to do all our plays this way. This looks like this was a Charlie. I had it wrote down. It looks like a Charlie draw. And this is what makes this work. Looks like it is a Charlie blue. Right here. This is what makes this whole play work. As soon as Jay gets the ball, he is selling pass all the way. And that's what makes this play work. He sells the play, and then when he hands the ball off, while all these guys are buying play, you can even see them backing up out of their stance because they're looking for a play or looking for a pass. Watch this guy right here. He sees Jay drops back. He drops back to go with him. When he does that, that opens up this entire middle. Hands the ball off to D. And it's a quick, easy, you know, what do we get out of that? 6 or 7 yards? That's the way every draw play that we do should be done. First, we have to sell the pass, and then we got to power through with the run. Great job on great play this time. That just looks good. That really looks good. Pleased every time I see that play.
Good job, good job. That's right, boy. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to say this as politically correct as we can, and this is to our what I guess I'm gonna recall our sub players. Guys, when we put y'all in there, the reason we put you in there is to perform at a starter's level while our starters are taking a break. If you're not going to put any effort into your job and your position, you're not doing us any good on the field at all. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you're not somebody who is getting a ton of playing time, or that you feel like you need more playing time, the only thing I can do is tell you that you need to step up your game to meet those who are in there. Because when we put subs in there for our other guys, the level of play drops off so much that it's almost useless to have some of the guys in there. And well, we'll just watch. We'll break this down in slow motion. We've got some replacement linemen in now. Some of the guys, I mean, they've played until they get tired, and this is the end result of when we put guys in there that's not as experienced, and it kills us. I mean, it just kills us every single time. Linemen have to initiate contact. I mean, you can see it right here in the middle of the line. Everything just kind of collapses. I mean, there's got to be more effort in blocking. You have to get in front of somebody to stop their motion. You can't try to brush them off to the side. You're going against grown men that want to get to our quarterback. And just look through the whole line. It's like a gap is hit here in every gap. And there was no blocking at all. Everybody just stuck their arms out. It kind of just looks like. You can check it all right here through the middle. Every one of those guys penetrate right here and get past our line. And at this point in time, whatever play was called, it's disrupted now. We can't run it. We can't run a run. We can't set up for a pass. The quarterback can't even scramble. All right here at the beginning of the play. Right there. Just right here is where we win and lose plays. 1 second after the snap. And I mean, I can do this all day, and it just, you have to be able to see it. You have to learn how to correct it. And like I said, I'm not trying to get on anybody's case or anything, but we're 1-3, and we're 1-3 for a reason, and the reason is right here on film, and I'm just trying to point it out to where we can possibly finish the season 6-3. Yep, that was as brutal as it looked. We're going to slow it down and just walk this through. Once again, we look like we're in Charlie here. It looks like we're in a Charlie. This is a Charlie. I guess technically you would call it a Charlie Blue Strong, because we're in a Charlie Blue, and instead of our halfback being on the right hand side, which he should, we just strong side to left and switch them over. It's not a big issue to me. That's not that big of an issue to me. We can work around that. But check this out. From the snap, quarterback does exactly what he's supposed to do. I mean, he stays in the pocket. I would have still dropped back a step or two, but he's fine. He's got time. He gets to actually set up, and he throws. When he throws, he actually hits his target. The ball is caught, and then it is jarred loose. When we come up with this Charlie offense, we knew that in this league, the middle of the field was open a lot. So we designed plays and we designed patterns where our receivers can go across the middle of the field in open territory where we could get them the ball. Receivers, you're going to be in the middle of the field. You're going to catch hot routes across the middle of the field, and you're going to get hit. That's part of this offense. That's part of this game, and you have to hold on to the balls. We don't have a lot of time in the pocket as it is. And when we do have time and we connect with you guys and these balls hit y'all in the hands, you can't drop them and you can't let them be jarred loose. That's just the end of the story. We can't do that anymore. We have got to start practicing catching these balls. I don't care if we got to catch 200 balls a day. Y'all need to be catching balls all day long because you're dropping them in the games at crucial times when we could get positive yardage, first downs, or scores. And with a 1-3 record, it's time to put this stuff to a stop. I mean, it just is. I just wanted to run this play in here because this is just a pure good effort from Demetrius. He should have been tackled about 4 times on this play, but he got away. That's why he's a captain also, because of the way he plays. Perfect formation in Charlie. And look at this hole that our line created here. That's when we're good, guys, we're good. I mean, we really are. It's just our consistency. We need to build up our consistency. But look at the hole that, I mean, bam, right off the bat. We got the hole. They did come in it. Jacoby makes an excellent block right there. Demetrius gets some hands on him right here, but he fights through it. And right here is when he actually starts to get tackled, and he just bulls his way through for about 4 more extra yards. That's just good play, good hustle. Appreciate it, bro. I didn't think Demetrius got hurt that bad. You good? Sorry about that running long on the film. I didn't trim it down as much. Okay, guys. I'm going to try to say this calmly because every time I see this, it aggravates me to no end. All right, guys. This is our center right here, okay? Everybody surrounding this center and this whole area right here. If all of you guys cannot notice that we are missing a tackle, especially whoever's playing guards that don't notice that, hey, the guy that is supposed to be on the right side of me is not there, especially the 2 running backs that are in the backfield that see 5 butts in front of them on every play, the quarterback that's in there at the time who has to do a count in the huddle on every play, both outside receivers who are responsible for covering those tackles. If you guys can't see that your tackle is not there, there is something majorly wrong somewhere, and I don't know how to correct it except tell you guys to count. The guard should know when a tackle is not there. The running back should see when a tackle is not there. A quarterback should see when a tackle is not there, and we are not. It's just because we as a group are not paying attention to very small details, and it's absolutely costing us. Not so much in penalties, because there's been a couple times we ran 10 men in there and they never called us the penalties, but it frees up a defensive guy and it comes in and it's killed our quarterbacks. It's cost us a direct injury to Orler. Orler got hurt because we was playing with a 10-man offense and they sent 11 men against 10 after us. It's already usually 11 against 10. 11 defensive players with 10 offensive players, because most of the time the quarterbacks are not really even involved in a play. They hand the ball off to somebody else. We're already at a disadvantage. When we take it and make it 11 against 9 by leaving one of our players out, it just kills us every time. So I've got to point that out as a coach, man. We've got to have 11 players on that field at all times. If not, they're going to do this to us all day long. I mean, this was just a straight walkthrough. And even after the straight walkthrough, it looks like our whole line didn't do anything here. It just stand straight up and let them come through. Just so y'all know, I'm not trying to be an ass and just be critical of everything. But, man, as a coach's viewpoint, we're missing things that should have been done in Little League football that my kids and your kids and anybody's kids that they know is wrong. We're grown men playing this sport for years and years and years. We should know better than making these mistakes. And I'll take responsibility as a coach. I'll take full responsibility, coach. It's my fault that we're 1-3. I've done a lot of things, let a lot of things go. I should be stricter in the play calls and what plays we call at times. But guys, we're trying to do this all together as a team. You guys know you're there. I listen to what everybody says. I let everybody kind of throw their 2 cents worth in on the game plans and the play calls. But little bitty mistakes, man, we have got to stop, or we're just going to continue to lose. I mean, we're just going to continue to lose. Back to the play real quick. So I think I got one more play, and then I'm going to call this video in this week. I'm going to try to do this in slow motion. You can see right here, man, there's our center, and we got a guard. And I just don't see how nobody cannot see that we don't have a tackle out there. I mean, we got linemen shifting around. I mean, back shifting around that's in there. And guys, I have no earthly idea what formation this is. I mean, I think this is the worst looking play we had all day. It looks like a hybrid between our Charlie Blue Panther and that weird formation we've been running where we just stick back a couple of feet behind us. And at the snap of the ball, we have 3 defensive linemen coming straight through the offense, and we've got at least 4 linemen, because that's all we had. It just looks bad, guys. We have to have 5 linemen on the field, and although we hadn't been called on that sometimes, it is a rule. You have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. It is a penalty if they want to call it. So that's just stuff that we have to correct. And man, I know in our situation with the personnel and the injuries we got and the having 14 guys to go travel and play. I mean, I get it sometimes that we can make a mistake on the field, and I'm not criticizing that. But doing it 2 and 3 times a game, and especially with tackles, I mean, there should be 8 guys looking at tackles on every game, on every play. Both receivers should be looking in at a tackle. Guards should be looking out at a tackle. Halfbacks should be looking at behind tackles, and a quarterback should see 5 men or 6 men on the line in front of him on every play. Missing a tackle is inexcusable on any level of football. And that's enough of me bitching about having 10 men on the field. I got one more play, and we'll see what the last play is. I think I tried to end it on a good note. Actually, just a reconfirmation about our trick plays. Guys, we just got to play straight up football. We got good talent. We got a good offense. We got good plays. And, crazy stuff like this. This is the play. Although it was a late hit, or they called a late hit, I think this is a play that injured Jake, and we don't know how long he's going to be out now. And guys, from a coach's point of view, I have lost 6 of my offensive starters since the start of this season, and that's in 4 games. I've got to start taking player safety into consideration before we end up losing half the team for just injury. These trick plays that we have not practiced, and we hadn't got our blocking scheme set up, we ain't got the right personnel in there to be running them, we got to stop them. We just have to stop them. If we can't beat the team in 3 downs straight up, let's just punt the ball away. That's just what we got to work on. I know that we have, like I said, we have had success on a couple of these a couple of times, but more often than not, this is exactly what trick plays is going to end up costing you. It's either a loss of down, loss of yardage, or it's going to end up in an injury. Guys, that's just a little version of what I got to go through every week when I do this game film. And you guys will sit here, I don't know how long it's turned out to be, maybe 30 minutes. And that's just, you know, 20 or so plays that I just picked out. There's 50 more that I go over, and I try to analyze this. I look at personnel. I'm not being critical or trying to be harsh on anybody or try to say it's one person's fault or the other, because it's not. And if I did, I would blame it all on me. All right, I'm the coach. The plays that we run, the personnel's on the field, bottom line, that's my call. And so I'm not going to blame it on anybody, but as a team, man, we are making just mistakes that are ridiculous. And it has costed us, and we should legitimately be 3-1 right now. The exact opposite of our record, and we're not. We have to do something to correct this. We have to make adjustments, and it's just what we got to do. That's the bottom line. I know y'all probably ain't going to what you would call enjoy this film, because it's a lot of critiquing. It's a lot of, hey, we need to fix this, we need to fix that. And for some, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but it's just the fact of the matter. We got good talent, we've got a good team, and we've got potential that I can't even imagine right now. But we've also got a season that we have to finish out, and unless we finish mistake-free, and unless we correct the mistakes now, we're not going to be able to pull out of this 3-game losing streak that we're on. We've got the Spartans coming up next week, and they're a team that I'm mistaken is winless, which means that they want this win as bad as we do. They're going to be coming to us with everything they got. So these things that I pointed out on this tape, on this video, we have got to fix them this week. And we're going to have one practice to do it in, and that's Thursday. I'm hoping I'm going to have this loaded up for y'all today. We all can study it all day, study it all night, study it all day tomorrow. We at practice, we can talk about it. Our formations, that is the biggest thing we got to get corrected. We have 3 formations, guys. We got Charlie, we've got Hammer, and we've got Panther. Those are only 3. We have basically 2 variations of Charlie, which is Charlie Red and Charlie Blue. Hammer, Charlie Red, Charlie Blue is the same thing, and Panther, it's just Panther. You can't get it no more simpler than that, but yet we're still messing it up. We've got to work on our formations. Receivers, you have got to catch the ball. If you're not catching 50 balls a day, I don't care if it's your little boy, if it's your neighbor, whoever it is, tell somebody to throw you the ball where you can practice catching that thing at least 50 times a day. Linemen, you guys need to stay in shape as far as doing cardio. You're getting tired, and we've got to have you in there for 4 straight quarters from here on out. You've seen it. We can't afford to pull you guys out unless you rest, to put somebody else in there to just, if we do that, we might as well just go ahead and give them the ball. That's what it's turned out to be so far. So, guys, swallow this pill good. We can make these corrections. We can get it going good, and we can bounce back, man, and we can have a good season. I mean, we can really have a good season. So, just work on it, guys, and we'll see y'all Thursday at 4 o'clock in Coal City. And that's it.